Prodigy. I'm Eli, and today I have another great video for you guys. I interviewed University of Michigan defensive end Mike Morris. Mike Morris is an absolute beast. I'll just give you guys some of his high school stats real quick because they were actually pretty insane. So his junior year, he had 84 tackles, 31 of those were for loss, and 4 sacks. His senior year, he had 89 tackles, 25 for loss, and 5 sacks. So the dude's obviously an absolute beast. Super cool dude. Great to be able to sit down and have a conversation with him. Everybody go down there in the comments and wish him luck for this upcoming season. And also his Instagram and Twitter will be in the description below. So everybody go give him a follow. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So how is Michigan handling the whole quarantine situation?
But yeah, we're taking it really well. All the captains got together, split us up in groups, and started everybody doing challenges like every other day.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody sends in each group their meals that they're eating and stuff like that to make sure we're eating right and we're not gaining weight, not getting fat. So we're doing pretty good.
Yeah. So like, are they sending you guys workouts to do or what?
Yeah, they're sending us workouts, but like not everybody can do it because they don't have like weight room set up.
Yeah.
But, yeah, but we're doing good.
So I'm going to take it back a little bit to your high school days. So you had offers from Tennessee, Florida State, Clemson, Florida, along with Michigan. So like, how did you decide to decommit from Florida State and go to Michigan?
After Jimbo left, I wasn't really too set on going to Florida State, so I really opened up my recruitment kind of, but I didn't really solidify it because I really wanted to give them FSU a chance.
Yeah.
But then I saw them in their season, and then I saw the program going downhill, and then I had my friends on the team telling me how the program was going, and I wasn't really feeling it.
Yeah, for sure. So is that a hard transition, like going from Florida State to then committing to Michigan, or was that kind of an easier process for you?
No, it wasn't really hard because like I gelled with Michigan coaches and the players really fast, so it wasn't hard at all.
Yeah, for sure. Did Jim Harbaugh being an ex-NFL coach and having a lot of experience, did that have like an impact on you wanting to go to Michigan?
Had a big impact because, he knows what they're looking for.
Yeah.
So it's like I have the best of both worlds. I'm in college and I'm getting coached by an ex-NFL coach. So it was really good, really cool.
Yeah, definitely. So do you think that his NFL experience has a way that he coaches college football too?
Yeah, he coaches it really business-wise. Everything's really business. If you don't go to class, you get docked gear. Your stipend, he takes money from your stipend. So it's really ran like a business, but he also cares about you. He'll sit you down, talk to you individually. So he really does bring both NFL and college to the table.
Yeah, for sure. So like while we're talking about business, has Michigan discussed how they're gonna treat the paid player situation?
Nah, we haven't discussed it, but I'm happy.
Yeah, that's what my question was gonna be. Is happy or not about it?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely happy.
Yeah, because I was talking to a running back from Illinois, and he said that like their coaches had already started implementing things to do with it.
Yeah, they haven't talked to us about it. I hope they do, but we don't know yet.
Yeah, for sure. So I've always wondered, since you're a player at Michigan, is it like engraved in your soul that you have to hate Ohio State, or is it just kind of like a?
It's kind of you don't really have it once you get there.
Mm-hmm.
But after watching them on film and watching them hate us so much, and the whole media hate us because of that game, it's just like you have to hate them. Like you begin to,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So like, what's the atmosphere of a game like that like?
It's just you just don't know it until you get on the field for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like games like that and like the Notre Dame game where it was like all rainy and stuff. Like, how was that game?
It was miserable.
Yeah.
They were miserable, but like we couldn't lose, and the atmosphere was still crazy. We're playing the big teams, fans still stayed. You know, it was lit. That game was a lot of fun.
Yeah, was it? Would you say that was that was the most fun game of the season for you guys? Or?
Army was the best game.
Oh yeah.
Army, that was a big game for us. We needed that. We needed that win.
I feel like Army's just a really scrappy team. Like
they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad we won that game.
Yeah, for sure. Do you think that they gave the most effort of any team you played? Like just without.
I mean, the thing is, they don't have like the best athletes, and they know that, but they still managed to beat and like come close to every team they play. So I would definitely say those are definitely the scrappiest teams anyone can play.
Yeah, definitely. So what was it like playing with NFL draft picks like defensive end Josh Uche and New England Khaleke Hudson?
It was cool. It was real cool. You know, those are big bros. You know, they looked out for me when I was struggling, and it was real cool. And it was cool to go against like our whole offensive lineman who went to the NFL, going against them every day. You know, it was. You really don't know it until they really get drafted for real. Like I can get drafted next. Like it really hits you.
Yeah, for sure. So like, what do you think separates those guys from just like an average, college football player?
I mean, you can just see the way they work. You know, like you just have to put on it's a different mindset, a different grind. Just see them every day in the weight room, every day in practice. It's just they definitely separate themselves from everybody else.
Yeah, definitely. Do you think that they were kind of like mentor figures for you, so that you know like some of the things you need to do to get to the NFL?
They were definitely. They were definitely. You can say that. I would say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So you're from Florida, right?
Yeah.
So, going to Michigan, this was your first winter in Michigan, right?
Yeah, man.
How do you like that?
It was terrible. Hated it. Hated it. All the South boys, like we're all from. It was three of us. It's three of us from Florida, from like the southern part of Florida, and it's a couple of us from Georgia, and a couple of it's a few of us from the South, and man, it was brutal.
Really?
It was brutal. In November, it hit like -1. That's the coldest I've ever been. Coldest I've ever been. It was freezing.
Yeah. So was that your first time playing football in snow then, being at Michigan? Or like in that type of weather?
We didn't play football in snow.
Yeah.
But we had 6 a.m. practices on Mondays. My hands would be frozen.
Yeah.
It was torture. That was torture.
What do you guys do for that then? Like if it's that cold, is there like special goods they give you, or what is it?
It depends. It depends like on where we're playing. Because if we're playing outside and it's cold, they want us to get used to it. But usually offense splits up outside and defense inside, or they'll switch. But like if we're playing outside in the cold, we'll all go outside for like team periods and stuff like that.
Gotcha. Because I was kind of wondering how they split that up. Because like, super cold, I didn't know if they would just put you guys inside for practice or.
When it gets to a point where it's too cold, we'll all be inside. But yeah.
Nope. So your dad, he played at Florida State, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did him playing at Florida State and being a D1 football player have an impact on your career?
Yeah, it's like when your dad was great like that. A lot of people don't know my dad was an All-American for real. He was an All-American. He played. He hurt his freshman year, but he played. He played every year after that. He started every year after that, and just to see him and his friends come back and tell me how great my dad was really, really motivated me to be great, to live up to that name. You know, he never went to the NFL because of injury, but it's still like you just want to just have that. I mean, what is it? What is the word?
You don't want to be average.
Yeah, you can't be average when you have a dad like that. And all
Yeah.
his friends say he was so great. He was this and that. Like you want the same thing for you.
Yeah.
And you want to live up to that name. So yeah, it definitely had an impact on me.
Yeah, that's good. So was it like I know you said it was like motivational. Did you ever feel any pressure for that to be that good, or was it just like I got?
F, I was never really pressured. I just went out and played, but no, it wasn't really pressure. It was just that when I was younger, I felt like it was because he pushed me a lot. But when I got older, it was just is what it is.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So who's the best player that you've ever played with or against?
Chris Bogle. When I played offense in high school, Chris Bogle was a hardest player I went against. He's at Florida right now.
Mm-hmm.
In college, the hardest player I went against was probably Michael Winu.
Yeah.
Michael Winu. That's a big dude. And the best player I played with, probably Kwity. Yeah, Kwity Paye.
Okay.
Kwity Paye is a monster.
Yeah. So transitioning, I mean, going against those guys in practice is obviously difficult and it's obviously different than like high school ball. So how was that transition from playing high school football to then going to college and playing?
I mean, the game's always faster because you're playing against the best of the best at that point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're playing against guys who had the same stars as you, playing the same guys who are built like you, stronger than you, faster than you, and who have years of experience over you. Then you're going into that, and the game is just a lot faster, and people are a lot bigger. So you really have to adapt fast or just be left behind for real.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And something I've always wondered is like, with you guys having a good recruiting class, ranked 14th in the nation, having 15 4-stars and 8 3-stars, does that like put any pressure on you guys who, are already on the team to step up your game or?
It's not putting pressure on us. It's just that we know what we have to do. We've already established what we have to do at this point. You know, we established what we had to do in high school in the group chats we had. We know we have to do. It's just the fact that we have to do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not, we don't really put too much pressure on each other, but we put pressure on ourselves. You know, we push each other saying that every day we have to do this, we have to get better, we have to we have to go over this team when we're the captains.
Yeah.
We have to step it up. We have to do this, that. We put pressure on ourselves and we like push each other to be the best we can be. It's not really like the pressure is on the outside. It's like it's always us.
Yeah.
There's no outside pressure. It's just us pushing each other, molding each other to be better.
Yeah, it's good. So it's more a brotherhood coming together.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good for sure. Because I was talking to John Sweetwood. He's a DB at Syracuse, and that's what he was saying, that like a lot of people think that in college it's every man's out for themselves, but it's not. It's a brotherhood, and everybody wants to.
Yeah.
So what's the goals this year for you guys?
Yeah, man. Anything less than a championship is fail. Anything less than that is just disappointment for real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you guys have a pretty difficult schedule this year, including playing at Ohio State and at Michigan State. So what is anything different, like preparing for a game, let's say playing at Ohio State versus playing, like at Rutgers? Like,
I mean, it's just the atmosphere. It's just like the history and the fans.
mm-hmm.
You know what to expect. But at the same time, like, going into their house is going to be a very big, big challenge. They're going to be number 20 years at their home.
Yeah.
So it's just a different game. Like, Like if we go into Rutgers, like we're gonna win that game.
Yeah.
We know, like we know, but Ohio State is different. They have a lot of talent, they have a lot of competition. It's not like we can't do it. It's just that we have to come together and beat them. Like we can beat them. We definitely can beat them. We just have to do it our way. It's hard to explain.
Mm-hmm.
It's that once we get there, we got to do it together. That's what it is.
Yeah. So it's kind of a mindset that you won't accept losing. It's like
yeah, we do. We have to do. We have to do it together. We have to do it together.
For sure. So, but like preparing for a game like that, is there any like inside pressure from like coaches or anything, or is it just like you guys already know what's expected?
They want us to they want to say it is the same game because every year we play our behind off every season against every team, and we destroy every team.
Yeah.
Or we'll destroy every team, or we'll play amazing against every team. And then once we go to Ohio State, so they want us to take it as every game, but we know deep down inside we can't play it every game. So it's very difficult. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
Very difficult. Yeah.
So, playing in college, it's obviously like very grueling and very difficult. So, like, what are some of the things you do? For example, like balancing school and while playing football.
It is a challenge, but it's not as hard as people think it is. It's all about balancing your time management. I'm really good at time management. I mean, not now, but like in college, I was really good at time management. I always got my work done on time, worked out, did all my stuff in a timely fashion to have time, alone time, or have time to do my work, extra work. So it's all about time management.
For sure. So,
Thank you.
So, for example, for like a high school athlete that may be trying to go D1 to play at like a really high level, like Michigan, what are some of the things that you have as like a tip for them to be able to get there?
A tip for them. Shoot. The grind doesn't stop when you get there.
Yeah.
It only just started. Like you have to grind so hard to a point where you have to really grind your way through high school. Because it depends on what school you go to or who sees your film, who sends your film out, or your coaches recruiting, or coaches like pushing you out to other schools, to other colleges.
Yeah.
That's a big factor. But everyone's gonna find you. Just keep grinding, keep doing you, keep being a team player, keep being a leader on your team. But once you get to college, it's a whole different monster.
Mm-hmm.
Because you think you're ready, you think you're prepared. When I was in the best shape of my life going into college.
Yeah.
But then when I got there, they just spit in my face and said, "No, you're not. You're nothing."
Yeah.
And there's just a different type of beast when you go to college. So when you think you're prepared, you're not.
Mm-hmm.
You're not at all. Because we all thought we were prepared, and we got slapped in the face. I mean, those 6 a.m. runs, 6 a.m.s, running up stadiums. It's a different monster. Just be prepared for the suck. That's what coaches say. That's what coach says.
Yeah.
We're here for the suck because it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be tough.
Mm-hmm.
So you just gotta fight through it.
For sure. So, is there anything like special that you did to help yourself get recruited and help yourself get noticed?
My dad really sent my film out because he had connections.
Yeah.
So I really didn't do anything. I just showed up and played. And then Florida State recruited me my freshman year. And I committed. And then from there on out, it was just pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the recruiting process was really difficult for me, to be honest.
Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
So did you always know that you want to play Florida State at first, or?
Yes. If you told me I was going to Michigan, I would have probably cursed you out for real. Because I knew nothing about Michigan until my junior year of high school. Knew nothing about them. Didn't know about the Ohio State rivalry. Didn't know anything.
Yeah.
Nothing. I knew what colors y'all were. That's probably it.
Yeah.
Only thing I knew about y'all was when y'all played us. What year was that? In the the Citrus Bowl or the Peach Bowl? I forgot which bowl game that was, and we beat y'all with Julius Peppers. What? I'm tripping. What's his name?
Jameis Winston?
No, we had James Winston, but who was the athlete? He was an ATH. He played running back, safety, for Michigan. He plays for the
Jabril Peppers.
Jabril. Why did I say Julius Peppers? I'm tripping.
Yeah.
It's too early. But yeah. That's the only thing. That's the only time I know about y'all for real.
Yeah, gotcha. No, but I feel bad for Jabril Peppers because he got picked by Cleveland and now they just ran him to the ground. But so are you a Tampa Bay fan? No,
not at all. I'm glad Tom left though.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad he left. He needed that. He was like a little puppy with Belichick. Now he's an alpha male. Now I respect that.
Yeah.
Now I can be a fan. Now I can be a fan.
Okay, yeah. I had to ask since you're before I just had to.
I can be a fan, but I'm not though. I'm either Pat Mahomes or hometown with I'm Lamar Jackson.
Oh yeah, Lamar Jackson.
Those are my two guys.
For sure.
Gotta go with them.
So going back to kind of your high school days, Florida is like a hotbed for good high school football players. So during your career playing high school ball, like how was that competition?
Goodness. It's like everybody down south. It's crazy. It's honestly crazy. Like you go to the camps, you see just straight athletes. Not everybody. Now I'll give it to the up north. They have the biggest guys.
Yeah.
They have the strongest guys. Like when I came there, I was skinny. I was skinny then, but I thought I was big. And I went there and everybody was bigger than me. And I was like, oh, dang. Yeah. But we don't need size to play for real. And there's so much talent in South Florida. It's crazy. It's insane. Like every game, you think you don't know who you're playing, and then someone just has a breakout game. Anyone can do anything back at home. I love it. This is really football for real. Like we play football. It's not really big boy ball or whatever, like what Texas plays and all that. It's just really football, like straight speed. I love it.
Yeah.
I miss home.
For sure. Did you guys have a lot of like scouts at all your games? Yeah.
I mean, not really. My sophomore year we did because there was a lot of D1. There was a lot of D1 athletes on my sophomore team.
Yeah.
But ever since they left, we had a really bad season my sophomore year. So all the recruits who were having my sophomore year really didn't want to come. So my junior and senior year, he really only came for me and a couple other players, but not really too many college coaches came.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering because, like, especially like, because I know Louisville's about 2 hours from where I live, and I swear half their football team is from somewhere in Florida.
Yeah.
Like they get so.
Louisville loves Florida people. I got a couple friends who go to Louisville.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're crazy. So on that sophomore team, I know you guys have a tight end on Michigan. He went to the same high school as you? Right?
Oh, Nick Eubanks? No, he went to we have sister schools. So he went to Plantation Heritage, and I went to Heritage in Boca Del Rey.
Oh, okay.
So those are sister schools. Yeah.
So for my last question, since Michigan is sponsored by Jordan, what's the coolest piece of gear you've ever gotten from Michigan?
Coolest gear.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go with the 11s, the snakeskins. First day we got there, they gave us snakeskin 11s. Those are beautiful. Those are my babies.
Yeah.
They're wearing down now, but like I love the shoes. Those are my favorite pair of shoes we got.
Yeah.
Best piece of gear we got.
Was that like a kid in a candy store moment whenever you saw that?
Oh my gosh, what? They gave us it was a kid in the candy store.
It was. Yeah, I think I saw it was like a picture or a video But like, I guess the schools that are sponsored by Jordan, like every Jordan shoe, they make like a Michigan colorway for it, and I guess they send it to Michigan.
Because we were the first school to we were one of the first football teams to be sponsored by Jordan.
Yeah, sweet, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's gonna wrap it up. I don't really have anything else. Do you have anything else you want to add? All right.
It was a cool meeting, though. Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate you doing it.
All right. You be safe.
Yeah, you too. All right, guys. So thank you guys for watching this video. It was great to be able to sit down and talk with Mike Morris, defensive end for University of Michigan. Good luck to him this upcoming season. Michigan, be on the lookout for them because they have a good team. And, you know, hey, they're playing at Ohio State this year. They haven't won in 20 years at Ohio State. So, you know what I'm saying? Be on the lookout for them. So, thank you guys for watching. Just remember to go down there and like and subscribe and comment what you guys want to see next, what players you may want to see next, because that helps me out a lot, be able to make these videos. It's Eli from the Average Prodigy Podcast. Peace.